but you moved back.
So
Fame
you just
is right. Fame is right.
You just don't want to be in the shot.
No, I do.
Don't push it too far away from you because we got to be able to hear you. So that's
easy when you talk. You talking to Mike.
Just be comfortable. It's not complicated. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun. All right. Are you ready, sir? You might want to switch to me at some point. There you go. All right. So are you good?
All right. And 3, 2. Let's go.
Yo, it's your boy JS Wanna Supply. We are back, Aries Lounge. You know what I mean? For another great interview. It's been a while. I know y'all been wondering why I haven't been posting, and that's because I just don't feel like it. But because I have the privilege to meet and have a conversation with some creatives that have done something that we've prepared to do, but we haven't done yet. So I'm so excited to get information from these wonderful people. I am not super familiar with each individual person. However, I'm going to go around the room and I'm going to ask everybody for their names. And I would pray and ask that you guys not hate me if I mispronounce your names. I'm horrible with names. I'm just telling y'all that off the top. All right. Okay. And I don't remember nothing because I don't even remember my mom's birthday. So y'all can just join that club of people that just don't like me, and that's all good. So let's start from the right, sir.
Dwayne Bradshaw. I play Captain Chiba in the Pride of Kyro.
Got you, ma'am.
My name is Ishanai Kamal. I'm the writer, co-producer, and co-director of the Pride of Kyro. And just to make it a little bit easier for you, you could just call me EG.
EG.
Yeah, that's
Thank
me.
you. All right, ma'am.
My name is Taisha Shuford. I play Farrah Wright in the Pride of Kyro.
Okay. Yes. And my guy over here.
What's going on, everybody? I am DJ Permiss. I play Kane in the Pride of Kyro. I am also the co-producer and co-director of the Pride of Kyro.
I feel some kind of way this dude is sitting in my chair. Like, I've never seen anybody in my chair before. I'm like, yo, that's my background right there. That sounds so comfortable. Yeah, right. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. Oh, my God. All right. So, off top, you know what I'm saying? Pushing aside my jealousy. You know what I mean? I have a million questions. But first of all, before I get into let's get into the deepness. How, as wonderful black grown professionals, how are you guys doing? How are you feeling? How are your emotions? How are things? We'll start with you.
I feel great. You know, it was a good experience. It was something new for me. And I get to meet people. And the people that I met is wonderful. Made me feel comfortable doing the project. You know, when I was introduced to the project, I was like, I don't know if I'm built for it, but now I got this.
You got it. Okay. All right, man.
I felt awesome. I'm excited and I'm just happy I got to spend the day with these beautiful folks around me. A lot of love, a lot of support. And these are some of the people that helped bring my baby to life. So I felt good.
Wow. Okay, man.
I feel great. Like, as a black professional, I feel professional.
As a black professional, I feel professional.
Given professionalism.
Given professionalism. What does that mean?
That means we did it. We're going on radio interviews. We had a red carpet. I mean, I cooked for the red carpet, premiere and everything, and it was wonderful.
You didn't bring me no plate though. I'm sitting here.
Ask her what she cooked.
Yeah, what did you cook?
I really don't feel like going back to that.
Word. So did you cook it and eat it before you got there?
Yeah, something like that. No, I feel great because I know that I'm a part of something that is showing Black excellence, and so it feels good. And like she said, I feel good to be around these people today.
I feel like she doesn't agree with your cooking situation.
That's because I didn't do the cooking. I just wanted to plug it in there like I did, but she doesn't know how to let me live.
I wouldn't have let you live neither. I'm sorry. That's not right. All right, King. All right, in my chair.
Let me tell you something. The chair feels great. First of all, man, I feel like I'm in a Bugatti or something, and I haven't even been in a Bugatti. But no, man, I feel great. the project, the product Kyro, is a true testament to, putting your faith first, putting God first, and executing vision, and letting your creative juices flow. So really excited, and most importantly, man, I'm here with you. What more can we ask for?
That's
oh
right.
man, oh, make me feel special.
Aw.
Thank you. All
You
right,
feeling?
so writer and creator. You got to tell me, how did you even conceptualize this? Where were you? Was you on like a beach in Malibu? Were you like, you know what I'm saying, going through a stressful situation? Did you want to kill your family, so you wrote a story so you can kill them off? Or how did you, no, I'm just playing, but
Oh.
how did you conceptualize this story?
So actually, funny thing about it was I was working on another project, Rhythm of a Fearless Heart. So watch out for that. And I was at work, and one of my coworkers came up to me and said, "What are you doing?" And so I said, "I'm writing a story." So it went into, "Oh, you write? Well, you should write a story about us." And so when he said us, he was referring to like we had a small knit family. You know how when you have a job, you have a small knit family.
Got you.
And as a writer, I just tossed the page and was like, flipped it to a fresh one and said, "All right, what are we doing here?" He was like, "I don't know." Okay. And so just taking the characteristics of the small knit family and saying, well, what could we do to make this interesting? At the time, it really wasn't a lot of prestigious, rich Black people anywhere. So I said, well, what happens if I give us all the money? Like, because right now we're all hustling, we're all working. What happens if I give us all the money in the world? What would be the issues then? And so as I started developing the characters and started developing the issues that they would have to work out, you find out that money doesn't solve all issues. We have self-esteem issues, self-image issues. We have living up to your parents' expectations. We have childhood trauma issues. We just have a lot of things that we gave each character and developed like an explosive drama story.
Got you. So your work husband came to you and said, you should write a story about us. And then you said, you know what?
No, that's it.
Right. That's how it happens. No, I'm just playing. All right. So tell me, all right, in the character, did you develop the story first or did you develop the characters first?
I think I developed the characters and then we developed the story is, going along. So you had to say, okay, what is this person going to play? Who is this? So it was like, well, let's make us siblings. And then you give each person, what they're going to be. And so then as you do that, then you could go with the story. Okay, what happens here? What happens here? What happens here? And like I always like to say, like I daydream. So in daydreaming, I could see the story clear as day.
Mhm.
And so then I write it down and just try to take my vision and put it down on paper.
Got you. So as a family that has everything, you know what I mean? What do you feel like were the critical points of each character that you felt like were gonna not only bring people together but cause the most friction?
Well, we started with the middle child. So as you get to the middle child, we built the relationship off of that. And so the middle child is struggling with being accepted from his
having
father.
middle child syndrome.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm only laughing because I have a middle brother and he suffers from middle child syndrome. So I get it.
And nothing the middle child does is pleasing to the father. And he tries to do everything in his power, but it's not pleasing. So he decides that he's going to do things his way. And so then you develop the different relationships he has with his siblings and you put in some ulterior motives in there. And that's what the story came from.
I love that. I love that. You're giving that true Black story. Well, that's a true family story with the siblings and all that. So once you got the story written out, were you always thinking audio drama or were you thinking like maybe television? Like how did you come to the decision of audio?
No, it was a book, and I had the book, and my brother, DJ Permiss, came to me and he said, "Sis, I want to do something different." I said, "Okay, well, what?" He's in everything, like, and so he's like, "I want to do something different. I want to do a podcast, but I don't want to do everything everybody else is doing." And so a couple of days he goes by, and he's like, "Why don't we do an audio drama series?" And it's like, okay. He's like, I know you write. Do you have some material? I'm like, I got a lot of material. I wrote a lot of books. Which one you want? And so to my brother, I shopped different books that I have wrote, and he liked the Carter Family. It was originally called the Carter Family, and he liked that story. And then from the book, I just flipped it into a script. And here we are, the Pride of Kyro.
Got you. So I don't know nothing about writing books versus scripts. What can you give me an understanding of what is different between a book and a script?
So this is a lot of things different. So one, because this is an audio drama, I had to make the script where you could see what I'm talking about as you're talking, versus a regular movie script. You have the scene set up, and everything that they're not saying, you could see. So with this, I had to make sure that the people could understand and could feel the scene, could feel the emotion of the character, because you don't have actors who are like, you could see that they're sad, you could see that they're mad. They had to explain it. And how do I do that without being lengthy? How do I do that with keeping it interesting in a drama? So what I went with is narrations. And so each character is narrating their part as well as acting within their scene.
Gotcha.
And so it actually worked out really well. Of course, I didn't know how well it worked out until you got the feedback from people saying, I could see, like, I could vision everything. Like, I could see everything is so clear cut. And it was like, okay, I got a winner here. I did it.
That's dope. So where did you get the idea for the narration and all that? Was that something you just came up with? Or did you kind of like do some research and then pick it out of?
I like, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I had to be like, okay, doing a script, you know, you could just say, okay, this is the scene set up and this is what they're going to say back and forth. I was like, well, how am I going to get people? How am I going to do that audio? And so then it just daydreaming. It dawned on me.
And then the narration came.
Why don't you have them narrate how they're feeling?
You should toot your own horn.
Yeah, toot it.
Okay.
Very good. Why wouldn't you toot your own? Yo, that's a dope idea to get from A to Z. So I was like, yo, that's fire. Like, because for me, I wouldn't have had no idea. I would have been like on YouTube, like, yo, how can I get from, you know what I mean? So, like, much respect for like conceptualizing on your own. Okay, cool. So you got it. Y'all finished it. You got the script. And then you guys decided to do an audio drama. So what was the next step for you?
The next step was to put it in my brother's hand. Once I put it in his hands and he put his stamp on it, he said, this is good. We're going to run with this. And so we're going to have to turn the cameras to him, because when I say my brother executed the rest, and it was just like, e.g., we have casting. And I'm like, casting? And it's like, okay. And so we cast the people, and it was like, is that who you see playing this part? And it's like, or yes, that's them right there. And then after that, you're going to have to turn the cameras back to him, because he's like, we got rehearsals. We got studio. So he just, once I put the script in his hands, he just took it from there.
Got you. One last question, and then I'll switch. It's when he's asking you to choose people, is it purely based on their vocal ability, or did like their physical appearance play a role in choosing characters or choosing people?
No, not at all. It was all audio, because it's going to be audio.
Right.
So it was all, how is their voice distinctive, where you could be able to tell this person apart from that person, or are they going to blend in? How did they execute that cold read? Is that something I'm going to be able to work with in the future? So all of those things went into play as we're picking characters.
Got you. I love this. This is so deep. All right, take me to the next step. Who's jumping in to give me the next step? Who starts booking the Who starts booking the oh my god, my brain just farted.
Talent.
Thank you. Who starts booking the talent?
So so I'll pick it up from when Easy gave me the script, and then she put it in script form, and then I was like, okay, so we did the casting call, and in my mind, I already had the characters who I wanted to play, and I said, man, it'll be good. That person will be good. That person will be good. And then we did our first casting call, but it still was a void because we still had characters that needed to be filled. But I didn't want that to stop production. So then I went studio shopping because I wanted to find the best studio that could accommodate such a big cast. But also I wanted our cast members to feel like they wasn't just going to be a part of a bootleg production or a low budget production, or something that is like, they're not going to take serious. And so, but I also wanted the studio that we was working out of, I wanted them to buy into it too. I didn't want it to feel like a transactional situation, because I knew this was going to be for the long haul. And out of all the studios, Patchwork Studios, shout out to my good folks down there. They really came through. They saw the vision, and they was able to house such a large cast. And then, they're known for their sound and their perfection and their professionalism. And then from that point on, we just started putting the framework together. We started production, I want to say June, I guess either the second Saturday of June, we started production. And then we had to do a second wave of casting because we still had some voids, some empty characters. I want to say maybe by like the second weekend of production, the machine was rolling. And then not only was the machine rolling, but then everybody's belief system started to really hone in, and they started to really believe in their character. They really started to really take not to say they wasn't taking it serious, but it was like, you could tell that they was like really stepping into their role. And I tell you, if I couldn't have asked for a better cast, the cast is just amazing. And then we just went with the rehearsal. We did weekly rehearsals. And then before you know it, you had the cast that was policing not only themselves, but everybody else, and then coaching everybody along. And then before you knew it, we had a nice camaraderie and a good team, and everybody was on one page, one band, one sound.
Okay, so when you're doing the casting, was this in person or was it virtual? Did like people just pull up virtually and like read the script, or did you prefer having everybody face to face?
It actually was two. It actually was both of what you said. The first casting call was in person, and then when we did the second wave, because we was already starting production, we didn't really have time for people to come by, audition. So we just utilized technology, and we did it virtual. And then what we was looking for on the virtual side was, like E.G. said, how much are we really going to have to, number one, work with them? And then number two, do they have the natural knack to bring it out? And then number three, are they coachable? And then all of those things wrapped up in one. Once we realized that, it was off to the races. And we went through some. We had to like find the right one. We had to go through several, but when we found the right people, it was off to the races.
Okay. So, all right. So now I want to get into the actors and actresses. My questions. Dialogue. To me, that is the scariest part of any kind of like acting thing. I freestyle everything. I don't write down questions. I don't do that because questions make me nervous. If I've rewritten stuff, because now I'm like, am I saying it right? Am I getting it all out? So you guys having to memorize dialogue, was that easy for you guys, or was it difficult? And how did you become the characters? Like, what elements did you take from the writing that help you become the character? Let's start with the ladies first, so we don't get in trouble. All right, go ahead.
That's right. Because I was like, I didn't really memorize anything. I read.
And then just freestyled it.
Yeah, I read, and I was really I was really invested in the script.
Mhm.
It was good. Like it was good. When I read it, I was like, "Oh, this is good. This is good." But I'm not surprised. You know, she's a great writer.
Mhm.
And it didn't really take me much to get into the character because the character has similar energy
Than you
that I
too.
have. So yeah, it did.
Because you're rich. I mean, I get
Yeah.
it. You know,
Exact-
you stay on the fly. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
yeah, you know, it's
we
just-
get it.
I
We
know
get
he's
it.
a
I just do it on a
Yeah.
budget.
Right,
You know,
right,
Sheen.
right.
Shout out to Sheen and Rainbow.
Right.
But anyway, no, yeah. So it really didn't take me much to get into character because, for one, I could see myself doing a lot of things that Farrah did,
Mhm.
and another thing is like I've acted before, like in plays, and like we acted in the same play. I will not get into the story. But we acted in the same play in junior high school. It was called Damn Yankees. I played the wife, and she played Lola.
Into it.
Huh? Oh, okay. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna get.
She goes into it, and it was
into
middle
it.
school. Like what?
And okay, I'll leave it there.
All right, go
But
ahead.
if y'all want to know, they can hit up the comments. I will let you know.
You'll send us
then
the
you
link to the play.
To the play. But anyway, no, I've acted before, so it really was natural for me, the part. Because
Gotcha.
honestly, when they said they casted people who could really
Right.
be these people,
Facts.
they really did.
Okay, God bless. You know, she's naturally dramatic. So, you know,
You get it, right?
Right. You be having your moments. I got it. Sir, what about you?
Yeah, this was first. I always wanted to act when I was younger and
Gotcha.
stuff like that. I did, little stuff. I did plays.
Gotcha.
I
Middle
started
school or
middle school slash high school. I actually started off with Hanif and EG's mom.
Okay.
They had David Walker Cultural Society. Shout out.
Nice.
And
classy.
Natalie Kamal. Yeah, and I always loved it, but like we was talking earlier in another show, I never executed it. I had shots and everything like that, but never executed it and stuff like that. So when Hanif called me, he said, "Listen, I think I got a part for you." I was like, "What?" And then he's like, "I want you to play the detective. I know you got a law enforcement background." I'm like, okay, and but when I read the script, and then when I read the script, I was like, "Oh yeah, I could be a little grimy."
Oh,
Reminds you of your old days, huh?
No. I'm not a New Yorker. No. But I kind of liked it. But when I first went into Patrick Studios and I was reading, it wasn't not working for me because it wasn't. It's not to say it wasn't natural. It was just the point. Some things I wouldn't say, but it's the script. I have to follow the script. So after the second recording, I was like, okay, I was getting better and better, and I said, oh, now I'm feeling much. But shout out to all the cast for helping me out because they made me feel more comfortable. Like, no, you got this. Because it took like 3-4 takes, but after it was like, yo, you good, but just relax.
Yeah, relax. Get it.
Because acting in person and acting on the mic.
Two different things. Two different things.
I'm arguing with you and I'm talking in the mic. You know what I mean? So it's like it was different, But we got it done. I mean, yeah.
Got you. So I'm gonna go back to the executive producer man. And my question to you is, you chose Patchwork Studios. Am I to assume that this is Patchwork Studios in Atlanta?
Correct.
Got you. Okay. So you go, wait a minute. I'm sorry, I'm not going to curse. This black man booked a legendary studio where classic albums are recorded.
Grammy Award winning.
When they read the script, they believed in him.
Yeah.
They believed in him.
Damn, $150, $200 an hour.
Oh, well, tell us, because we didn't know.
Oh,
So
I'm
how
sorry.
much you
Well, you know what? Don't even listen to me.
Oh, okay.
None of that's real. That's all made up. Them made up numbers.
When I say he's connected, he's connected.
Yeah. He let y'all sit up in there and figure it out. Oh my God. So like, all right, I can only tell you, there was a time period long ago in a galaxy far away. I was in the business of doing music, and there were times I had to be in those spaces. I can tell you from my personal experience, even with thousands of hours of studio time, but walking into those type of rooms, that shit made me nervous as hell. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's
very intimidating.
It's not that you don't have time, but you don't want to. All right, this engineer probably was working with blah, and I don't look stupid, and then you end up, doing dumb stuff. But like, man, I want to compliment you guys on, because I've listened to the joint and y'all sound so comfortable. Y'all sound so confident. Y'all sound so clear and to the point and emotional. And like all of these great things, man. Y'all did such a smash up job. So, all right. So, was for you were saying that like they just gave you space so that you could get comfortable. Was there any other ways that y'all, or any other things you needed to do to get comfortable to get in the character?
Well, the first day that we actually was recording, like you said, you go into Patrick Studios and like, hold up. I'm like, all these plaques on the wall. So that in itself was intimidating. So when you go in the booth, I'm like, it's my turn to talk now, And like I said, the group, it was a group thing. It was, the lunch. Food that they was
Did
she cook?
So
Did she cook?
Exactly. The one I cooked.
Okay.
Nah, man, the comfortability, everything was good, man. The lodging, everything was just on point and made you feel comfortable. So, it was more of a weekend thing. So some people had to work that money. So we came down really quick, boom, boom, boom. But it was straight work. Everything was business. Everything was smooth. It was straight professionalism.
Love it. Okay, ma'am.
You must have.
Oh, my question is, what did you have to do so you can get comfortable and get in a character and present the best version of yourself?
Read the script.
Okay.
I think it's really important to read the script. I think after I read it, it gave me an idea of where the characters were going and who I really needed to be. Gosh. Because there's some times where my character is turned up, and then there's some times when my character is emotional.
Gotcha.
And sometimes vulnerable. And so being able to read the script and see what happened and how it all connects, that was one aspect of it. Another one was, like Dwayne said, like being there for that weekend. You got to practice with the cast on one day and then go into the studio the next day. And I think that was key. That was a very good strategy of having Saturday be straight practice, Sunday in the studio, and then we got a chance to become like a family. Right. Oh no, maybe you can do that better, try this, try that. So by the time we walked into Patchwork, we weren't really practicing. And two, it's always good to do it in front of the creative, right? Because she knows exactly how she wrote that part, how that part is supposed to sound. And so we got a lot of like live direction as well.
Got you. Okay. Man, y'all, these are the cleanest, most professional black folk I've never seen in my life. Nobody said they needed a blunt. Nobody said they needed wine. Nobody said they needed a drink. I just need the script and the support of a loving group of people. You know what it is? Look at this.
We need to sleep because we worked.
Facts.
We worked.
So wait a minute. So how long were the days?
12 hours sometimes.
Oh,
so practice. Wow. We made. This is why we did Patchwork. Because we wanted to bring out the best in every single character.
Wow.
And I'm proud of myself.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of myself and how I came along and stuff like that. They believed in me, made me believe in myself.
Word.
And like Permiss said, once you got the cast to believe that this wasn't no rinky-dink situation, I think that also brought out the best in people, because you're getting fed every weekend, right? That you're there.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
You're getting, you're going to Patchwork Studio. It was like, no, this is a serious thing. And then when they were like, the red carpet event is coming, it was like, a red carpet? This is for real. Like, this is a serious thing. And they didn't and shout out to both of you. You guys didn't sit on it. It's like, it got done, then you did the mixing and mastering. Like it happened. Like it's not like we did it 2 years ago and now it's just happening. We went in June, and January we had our red carpet event. So it happens in real time.
Well, congratulations.
That's
super dope. Three meals a day. I only fed y'all twice. I'd probably try to give y'all some pop-tarts. And y'all got snacks. And y'all black people treated you too good.
Yeah.
Y'all, they treated y'all too good. Treated y'all too good, man. Because I would have gave y'all some grits in the morning. And I got y'all some hot dogs for lunch. You know what I mean? We could have. I would have homemade some burritos. Y'all would have called me
homemade.
Hood Potle. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Don't give them any ideas.
You know what I'm saying?
What else would you have done?
Yeah, right. Girl, let me tell you, I got a whole book on how to cut a corner. You understand me? Shoot. Boy, what y'all talking about? And they gave y'all lodging. Golly,
But out of
boy.
towners, you know, yeah,
Man.
definitely it was straight. So we had to put in that work.
Man, do you know? I know people, they have to pay to be a part of something, and then they got to get their own everything. So, like, you know, that's a blessing that these people. But it also means y'all ain't getting no cuts or nothing. So, like, once it's done, baby. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's gonna be bigger than that.
Yeah, it's gonna
Believe that.
be once they
It's
shoot
gonna
out
be
a
bigger.
movie. You understand?
Well, you
Worldwide.
know, the thing with that we wanted to always bring to the forefront is just, you know, we want the best out of everybody, and we wanted to accommodate everybody in the best that we can, because, you know, when you're starting something from the ground up, a lot of times it is difficult. It's very, very difficult. It's difficult to even bring everybody on one accord, let alone, you know, for a project of this magnitude. And so I think, yes, the meals were good and all of those things. We just wanted to be as hospitable as possible to get the best product out for everyone, and they could be proud of themselves. And most importantly, what I tell the cast all the time is these are hidden talents that you didn't even know you had. You know, these are talents that you just sitting on, and know. So when it comes out, it's like, wow, you know, did I do that? Wow. And then the belief system, you know, starts to, you know, shoot up. And so you know, we just really appreciate everybody's hard work, and the cast is just dynamic and they're awesome.
Okay, so now let me get technical with you for a minute, and then we'll get back to the funny stuff and regular stuff. So on the technical side, when it comes down to sound effects, you know, and then establishing where the sound effects go, was that something that fell on your lap, or did the studio actually go, "Hey, we got it. We'll come up with the footsteps and the gunshots and the air and the door closed"? Like, was that something you had to pull together, or was that something that they pulled together?
Very good question. So prior to even beginning, I knew that the post-production was just going to be as extensive as the production.
That's a fact.
Because the post-production is where the magic happens. And so when I was shopping for a sound designer, obviously it was a very daunting task. It really was. First of all, when you're dealing with sound design engineers, you know, they are, I felt like I was talking to doctors. You know how doctors are very like, well, you know, let's sit back and figure this out. You know, so. But shout out to Pop Buchanan. I love that guy, man. He connected me with a gentleman by the name of Ed 8 out of Brooklyn, New York, sound design extraordinaire. And when we pitched him the project, immediately he was he loved it. He loved the idea, you know, of the whole audio drama situation, and then he was already going in that direction anyway. And the good thing that I liked about Ed 8 was we developed a good relationship over a period of time while we was in production. He always checked in. He was always like, how's the project going? Okay, I'm just checking in. Everything is good. Okay, great. So I had gave him the script so that he could get familiar with the lines before I gave him the project. So he could already conceptualize how everything is going, get relationships with everything. And I never forget, I was driving and he called me. He was like, but miss, I love the script. Let's do it. I'm ready to rock and roll. I love it. It's juicy. I love the sex scenes. I love this. I love that. You know? And I'm like, okay. So he believed in it as well. And that was very important for me because, again, I'm all about creating lifelong relationships. I never like things transactional, you know, because this process is never transactional. This is going to go. And so that back end is just as important as the front end. And so it reflects when we put the episodes out. And to even get more technical, the very first episode, we wanted to release 2 episodes at one time. We literally before launch was up to like 6 o'clock in the morning, fine tuning everything. I'm in the fish market getting fish. He's like, Permiss, I sent you over. Let me know how it is. If it's too loud over here, I'm gonna take it down. We're gonna get this right. I'm up. I'm gonna get it done. And that's the people I want to run with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's super dope. So shout out to Pop Buchanan, shout out to Ed 8, Luther Banks, who's our engineer, our main engineer at Patchwork. He's incredible, so JS1, and when you're building a team, man, it's a process.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just excited to have an awesome team to work with, man.
Word. I'm gonna give you props because I just learned something from you right now. I did not know there was a person called a sound designer. So now I know what to look for. So when I actually have a whole film that I shot, and it's sitting on a hard drive. It's about 30-40 gigs or whatever, and it's a 3-hour long film. Right. And I need sound effects and all of that stuff, and I'm supposed to do it, and it's one of those movies that's been sitting for 15 years. So it's sitting there, and it's so crazy because people still ask me about it every couple of months. Somebody be like, "What's up with that movie you shot? What's up with da-da-da-da?" And I just be like, "I get to it, whatever." Right. You know what I mean? And it's so outdated, but I'm gonna put it out just so I can laugh. Because it's horrible. It's a horrible film. Oh, it's horrible. It's worse than Tubi. Because it's
worse than Tubi.
Okay, I'll give you a prime example. So essentially, it started out as a web series with 12 episodes, but then we got the bright idea because we all got excited like halfway through the shooting that we're gonna make this a movie. So we just started cutting stuff and then shot the rest of it. So technically, you have 10 or 12 episodes worth of content that you're trying to cut down into 3 hours. Yeah. That's stupid.
Yeah.
We didn't do any rewrites. We just said we're just going to cut stuff and we're going to, So there are drastic scenes of things going from one extreme to the next. There's like a conversation and then there's a shootout and then there's some nakedness. And then there was this and then there was some more nakedness. And then I was like, because there were 3 elements that I said that have to happen. There's got to be a woman lead, there's got to be nudity, and there's got to be lots of violence. So like those were my main things. So we made sure that there was tons of violence and nudity everywhere. So we didn't want to waste any nudity. So we just kind of threw a bunch of stuff.
Threw it all in there.
Yeah. We just kind of jammed it all in. So it's just a hodgepodge of insanity that when I watch, we all laugh so hard when we watch it. Like, this is horrible. But we like, and we're going to put it out. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So now, as a person that has been through this experience, I'm so happy to meet other people that have gone through this is like a marathon. You know what I mean? It's a life-changing experience when you get with a group of people and you take an idea from dream to physical reality. It's a journey, and at the end of it there's a bond. You know what I mean? Whether you hate each other at the end of the, but there's always going to be a certain level of respect. And for anybody that's a real creative that creates to this level, there's always a huge level of respect. The fact that you had an idea and you finished writing it. I have so many great writers around me that won't finish a damn thing. And you be like, yo, you so dope. Or they'll tell you the idea and get you caught on the idea. And every time you see them, yo, so what's up with this? Did you? Oh, I just ain't feeling it. Or I don't know if I'm going to. So it's like to see that you had something and you finished it, and then you had a big bro, a little bro. I don't know where y'all dynamic is, but the fact that you had somebody that you could go to, and then you can hand the ball off, and then he has an idea of what to do and to execute it. And then here's the other blessing: y'all gotta have a good job, or you sold drugs or killed somebody, but y'all had the money. Please get this thing done. Jesus, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, Jesus. You know what I mean? Y'all found money from somewhere. Liar. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because normally black folk don't have money for creative stuff. We'll have money for cars and clothes and shopping, vacations and new kids and all of that, side kids. But we don't never take time for a creative venture. So I just want to give you all y'all flowers right now, just from me, my little old nobody me. I just love it, like, you know what I mean? And the artwork looks good.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the artwork looks so regal. Good. Like, I want a poster for my wall. Like, it was beautifully done. The audio was so beautifully done. Like, you guys really, really put you could hear that you put your heart and soul into it. You know what I mean? And it was so great. And I mean, I've seen part of your team before because I have another show on my network. And,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you guys came through and blew the doors off of the place. Y'all had such a great time.
Yeah.
And I was just able to be in the background to just hear the stories and see how great everything was. So like, yo, man, you guys are just awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. So in this promotional process, you're meeting people that have listened, you're meeting new people. What do you feel like you've learned in the journey, the marketing and promotion process? And I want to go around the room. Give me just something small that you picked up in this journey.
It's not all about money.
Oh, hell no.
It's about who you are and how people look at you and respect you. Information is free to give. You know what I'm saying? I just send it to one person and somebody in Trinidad like came up on your stuff. You know, it's about everything's free. It's just love. And we show mad love. And everybody in the cast have about 1,500 people that love them. And that's all it is.
That's a fact.
You know?
Man.
Believe in your product. I think, as you mentioned before, you had some writers who haven't finished what they writing, and even you saying, you know, your movie is, you know, it's because maybe you did, and you like, is the world gonna buy into this, or are they gonna like it? Like, does this make sense to everybody? Like, it makes sense to me. You just have to believe in your product, even if you look at other stuff like and be like, now if that made it. Yeah, I know I got a shot. And so it was getting over the fear of EG is good. Talk about it, show it, let somebody listen to it. And the feedback came back good. Even you know, constructive criticism was like, this is dope, but and the buts was like, okay, that's good. You just gotta believe in your product. That's what I learned.
Man, God bless the fact that you was open enough to hear criticism.
That's true now. No, seriously.
A lot of people, boy, the moment you say something about that baby, they ready to jump out the window. So, you know what I mean? Ma'am, what about you?
What I learned is that when you complete a project, you have to market it yourself. Like, I think everybody on the team collectively has to get it out there. Like, you have to send the link to people. Oddly enough, you can make 1,000 videos on Instagram with the link in the video. And I've realized people are like, where's the link? I'm like, you watched the video, you liked it. I put the link in the video, and they're like, is it in your bio? Like, I realized like people are conditioned to receive things. Like, nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to go through here, click. So it's been easier for me just to send the link individually to people, and then they watch it. And I've learned that like you have to follow up, because it's great that we think it's great, right? We did it, you know, and it's great that we love it, but it's for the world to hear. And so it's our responsibility to get it out there.
And it's not, and for whatever reason, it doesn't equate to people. They could see your clips 1,000 times, and it will never equate to click on it until you
it's true.
Send it to them. And then and you have to be shameless about it. Like, you can't be like, oh my God, I just sent her the link before, maybe 6 months ago. Like, motherfucker, keep sending the link. Like, follow up, make it part. See, you gotta be slick. You gotta make it part of the conversation. Hey, girl, I ain't see you in 2 weeks. Yo, did you check the latest episode? We just dropped another episode. Oh snap! I gotta make it. Like, you gotta be about that. People need to know that. And believe it or not, as much as people think that it's going to be harm, people respect you for standing on your creations and promoting it and saying, did you watch it? A lot. If somebody really is proud of it, it gives me a certain energy to go, all right, I guess I do. If you serious about it like this, all right, let me go. Or let me at least have something to say when I see you, so I don't seem like a jerk that I haven't pressed on the link. You know what I'm saying?
Well, funny enough, I spoke to a coworker of mine, and we talk. And I'm like, yeah, just like randomly, I'm like, yeah, because after the red carpet event, and she's like, what red carpet event? And I'm like, I didn't tell you about the red carpet event. She's like, no. I was like, I didn't tell you about the audio series I'm doing. She said, no. And really, in my brain, I told her, like, I thought we really had this conversation, but that made me then go back and say, no, I have to individually send this to all of my friends, because sometimes you really think you had conversations with people and told them the truth, and you didn't.
Or you might have been saying something in passing And in the midst of you saying 15 other things, it just gets
Right.
caught up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And if they don't know, you could have been like, hey, I'm going to the studio. But if you're not specifying it, people could have
Right.
thought anything. Like, all right, you could have gone to a pot studio. You could have been
Yeah.
you know, making candles. Like, who knows? So, like, you really have to be, and I'm only saying this and dribbling on because I have a whole team. And I'm constantly trying to tell my team, yes, you reshared it on your page, but that doesn't mean anything. You really have to send it to people.
True.
You have to take ownership of it yourself.
Correct.
And be pushing it with pride.
Correct.
Because if you don't, nobody's going to care. And it's like, it's not within the moment that you'll feel guilty about it. But if things fall apart and then you look back 5 or 6 years and then you looking at yourself in the mirror, like, I could have done more to make this,
Correct.
to take this farther.
Correct.
If I had maybe got up off my butt and did jump, because maybe the creators, let me tell y'all something. These two have probably had so many sleepless nights. They've stressed. They probably argued. They've had to look at the butt. They've had to, you know what I mean? And it feels like it's easy. It's always easy to go to the creators or the executive and go, well, yeah, I mean, gotta do this. And it's like, yes, but I already have a list of 300 things I have to do.
Correct.
So if you guys could just, you know, send this link out, that would just take one little iota thing off my plate.
Yep.
You know, so yeah, I would definitely say that. Like, be proud to market, be proud to talk about it and to bring it out to people and to find new people.
Correct.
Because there's always going to be a new audience that have never tapped into it. And then you never know what that one person might lead into. That one person, you might bump into a white guy and then he might be an executive at Warner Brothers, and that could be the moment that boom, you know what I'm saying? So, like, yo, just be proud of it. You know what I mean? And then you, sir, have not answered the question. So since we've been on this marketing and promotion journey, what have you learned during this process?
Relationships. Relationships are so key. And especially when you have something that you know is good. You just ask. I'm not asking for money. I'm just asking for your time, and I'm just asking you for you to listen. And I know time is the new currency, so I just, I always hit them with, I value your opinion. If you could just listen, and it's always the boomerang effect I get back is like, so what is this really about? Like, I'm listening, I'm loving this. So, then it's a story time, and everybody loves to hear a story when it pertains to, the who, what, when, whys, and hows of it. So if I could just, I think it's just relationships, leveraging those relationships, and knowing that you got a good product in your hand, get it out there to the masses. And to your point, you're absolutely right. I think these days people are afraid of the word no. People don't like rejection, and I've got rejections now are somewhat of a commonality, because listen, I'd rather get to 50 no's because I know that one yes could change everything. So I want to get it out there to the masses, so and I will tell you this journey here for all of us has been a true testament of faith, man. It really has. You yourself being a creative, I already know this. We had sleepless nights. I know you got sleepless nights, and trying to put it all together, trying to make it make sense, put everything in. But your heart and having faith, and I say it again, you just put God first, man, he'll do wonders, man. And he's gotten us through a whole lot of doors in this process. So that's what I learned, my brother.
Man, well, thank you for that, bro.
Yeah.
I think that's so serious. And I the reason why I ask these questions is because there's somebody at the beginning of their journey that's not understanding that there's a journey after the journey. Like, there's the journey after the journey. There's a journey after the journey. Like, there was the writing. You thought, oh man, this is done. Like, nope. Now we gotta record it. We gotta do what? Oh snap! And then when you was like, all right, the recording is done. Yes, they mixed it. Cool. Yeah. Oh no. We about to hit the road. What you mean? Well, we gotta promote this thing. Ah, shit. You know what I mean? And then guess what? After this is all said and done, it's gonna be, yep, here's another script, huh?
Let's do
Yeah.
it again.
We got to start this all over again. Season 2, they asking
Season
for it.
3,
Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you take whatever you learn from the first journey,
Yeah.
and then you refine and you repeat. Refine. There's going to be better ways to market. You'll find out what works and what doesn't. You know what I mean? How to manipulate the character more, or you manipulate your voice or writing to. Because I feel like the key thing now is to get conversation.
Correct.
Because you want people to talk. Well, tell me what you didn't like.
Yeah.
I don't care about what you like. Everybody gonna like what they like. But tell me
Yeah.
what you didn't like, and tell me the reason why you didn't like it, so that I can have an understanding. And then, like, the more different people repeat the same things, you can go, yo, all right, cool. Well, maybe they didn't like the character. But there's elements that I say as a writer is so important. Is like, if a person says, I hate this person, I'd be like, why you hate this person? Because they so mean, or because they were treacherous. And I was like, okay, that's good writing.
Mhm.
You're supposed to not like this person.
Exactly.
You're supposed to fall in love with certain people, and you're supposed to not like it. Now the question comes, and then it comes, like, as a writer, you get to have the sit back and go, all right, do I want to make people fall in love with what they hate? Do I want to make them hate them even more?
Mhm.
Like, is the hero really the hero? And then, and then as an actor, it's always thinking,
Yeah.
like, how can I make this character deeper? Can I take it deeper than what, even the writer thought? I can add a different perspective to it.
Right,
Can I
right.
give it a personal tick? You know what I mean? Like, something, I watch YouTube videos where actors are always talking about, like, they were like, oh, I took this character and I was reminded of my uncle, and he used to tap his foot like this. And I was just like, man, that would work for the character. And the next thing you know, they're integrating, like, things from their real life to bring characters and make the characters 3-dimensional and to make them realistic and like flies. So anyway, like, you know what I mean? That's annoying. I'm sorry. It's big as a goat. I don't know. It just flies. That's an avatar. That's the avatar thing. So anyway, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, I it's such a crazy journey, and like, I'm excited for y'all. I'm really excited for y'all because there's so much that y'all gonna be able to do. Now, my next question is, where's my shirt? Because I'm sitting here and I'm noticing for the first time, I'm like, oh, all of y'all got a fox on your shirt or a very large cartoon animal. And
you
where's
should direct that question to Permiss.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
With the yellow shirt on. Yes, ma'am, I do. It looks great.
So shout out to my brother Jay Halim. He's out in Vegas. Early in this process, one of the things that I wanted to do was get a clothing sponsor. And again, that's my brother, good relationship. I asked him, I said, hey man, would you mind sponsoring us with your clothing line, House Washington? He said it's a no-brainer, let's do it. And I think within a week I had a box full of shirts come to my crib.
Wow.
And then not only that, but then he came to the premiere, and then his team hosted the premiere. And House Washington is the clothing line. This is one of their signature lines, the Larry Boy collection. And I was just appreciative of just him doing that. And he's a huge supporter of the Pride of Kyro. So, we definitely got you. I'm gonna definitely hit him up and tell him we'll get you one sent to Be More ASAP.
For sure. Now, my next question is: there a website where they can be purchased from?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
go ahead.
Absolutely. I'll send that over to you. Matter of fact, let me get it.
I'm about to say we on camera right now. Shoot, if the Fly couldn't try to make a pre-made on this show, the Flyers definitely want to be on this show. Y'all can still promote what y'all do. All right, so while he's finding that, you know what I mean? I want to know the funniest moment or the funnest moment you had recording, and this is for the actors and the actress. Funniest moment recording and hardest moment recording.
Mm-hmm.
The hardest one was my first time actually in the studio, and I couldn't get it after the first session. Like, I wasn't like catching it in my brain. But the funniest moment, Taisha. Everything about her, she's like hilarious. She's hilarious. She's entertaining.
Got you.
she's very, very entertaining. And,
No,
you know,
I can see that.
He said,
I mean,
can see that.
making a whole meal for people, that was crazy. at the very beginning, she was like, she cooked, and then there was somebody like, that was crazy.
There's a couple people that, you know, made it fun. So it's just like,
Right.
it was definitely comfortable and stuff like that. So that was I could say that's my funniest.
Word. Okay.
Jokes and, you know, laughter and stuff like that.
Yeah. All right. So what about you, ma'am?
The toughest, I would say, I love recording with the people that I'm in the scene with, and there were some times where I had to record by myself, and like didn't have that energy to bounce off of, so that's really difficult. And the funnest part about it, I guess, just being with people like, you know, that you like being around. You know, we cracked jokes, we talked about our personal lives,
Word.
I think that was the funnest part, just being
You
around
ain't come in
people
with the
that's-
big glasses and the Gucci bag, did you? You ain't front when they first
No,
came in.
not Gucci. I'm telling you,
Okay.
Sheen and Rainbow.
Gotcha. All right.
That's where I'm at right now. But when
I just want to make sure you wasn't trying to go big time on people out the
gets
gate.
big time,
What?
I'm stepping it up.
You gonna step it up?
I'm stepping it up.
Stepping it up to what?
Yeah, I was about to
You
say,
know,
who you gonna go from
Yeah,
Sheen and
Rainbow right now.
what do you Michael
The
Kors
Bible
and
says, "Judge not, lest
Oh,
ye
okay.
be judged." Lest ye be judged. Okay.
I mean, I can afford expensive stuff. I'm still buying stuff from Sheen. It looks cool.
Yeah,
I just
Shein.
bought a little Temu bag, like a little throw Temu bag, of like $15. I'm gonna rip that to pieces and order another one, bro. Like, I don't care. Like, what? I don't know. When did that become a thing? All right, I don't want to start podding. Let me not start podding.
No, start it. When did what
I'm gonna
become a
start
thing?
podding. No, I'm saying it irritates me. When I was a kid, we wasn't worried about no brands, bro. My mom wasn't worried about no brands. Like, I just got my mother a Coach bag for Christmas last year because I don't know. I was just like, bro, I ain't never seen my mom with a Coach bag. So I went and I bought her 2 of them as a matter of fact, because, you know, they always be on sale. So, you know what I mean? I said 2 of them and she really loved it, but she don't really care. And I just remember growing up and it not being something at family reunions or the picnic or the barbecue. It wasn't like, it was like you had to be clean,
Right.
and you had to know how to put colors together. To me, that was the most fun. And I don't know how to put no colors together. I was putting everything wrong together. You know what I'm saying? And I had every color I shouldn't have had on, like brown, like Dookie Brown, onesie with some, like, you know what I mean, black whatevers. But, like, you know, that wasn't a thing for us. It would be like, yo, get you a clean pair of sneakers. You know, get you some Nikes or get you something, or like get you a little Adidas. But when did that become a thing? If y'all want to answer, it's cool. If not, I can just keep complaining.
I think that's a thing in our community. I do. I think that's a thing in the Black community. Like, your parents get their taxes and they're going to buy Jordans for their kids and all this stuff. I just think in our community we're heavily attached to name brand. Kanye rapped about it in Was It Through the Fire? Like, we are very heavily attached to name brand. Me personally, I'm with you. I think you have to look clean. I don't necessarily think that it costs a lot to look clean. And another thing we were just talking about before we got here, I'm gonna rewear my outfits. I'm not gonna wear my outfit one good time. You know, the princess, she was the princess at the time, and this is what I was into, like London and the Princess Kate. They made a whole segment on her re-wearing her clothes. I said, she is the princess. She has access to diamond crowns, and she is wearing her outfits 3 or 4 times. And you think I'm going to keep buying?
Who queen is this?
Of England.
The one that died recently? Or are we talking about?
That's her grandson's wife. William's wife.
Okay.
Right, she's gonna be the queen.
She's re-wearing stuff,
day.
And they was tripping.
And they were saying how that's a good thing. She's down to earth.
That's different. Y'all billions of dollars deep. So it's like that's cool.
But that's the point. She got billions of dollars and she's re-wearing her clothes.
People
probably because she just liked the outfit.
Shop at, I wouldn't say Walmart, but shop at Target, and when Kmart was open, you know, they shop at Macy's, and you have middle class Black people busting their butts. It's not income tax time. You have middle class people doing overtime to make sure their kids have the newest pair of whatever is out.
I don't know. I know young people that's in their 20s, and they you know, and I know a lot of attractive young ladies. And I'd say this all the time. I know some baddies. They got Louis Vuitton. They got these dresses, and they living out of trash bag. Like,
It's your priority.
And you know what I'm saying? It'd be like they ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, but they look good when they see you. They look
But who
dressed
is
to
it
the
for?
nine.
If you seen a female in Louis Vuitton versus if you see a female in Fashion Nova.
So I feel like if you talk to any guy, not just me, none of us, first of all, couldn't tell you the difference. Number one, and number two, we don't care. Women do it for each other, but there's the other component that women do it for. I'm trying to find a guy with the bread, and I'm gonna get the come up. Now, guys do it because the better I look, the easier the catch is. Like, you know what I mean? The more, the more lineups I have for that night, the more phone calls I get to make when I'm in a mood, when I'm feeling randy. So it's just like, those elements is there. Like, and it's become more of a, women are becoming label conscious. So it's like, you got to wear some Balenci's or you got to do that, because if not, they're going to think you broke. You know what I mean? But I feel like I'm in my 40s. So if any woman or man comes to me and starts talking about label, I'm ready to slap them off the break. Excuse me. The first thing I say is, let me tell you something, motherfucker. I'm a grown ass man. So whether I got Balenci's, shorty better understand I can change the tire, I can cook the meal, I can build the house, I can fix the house and fix the car. So you can have the Balenci's and then pay all this money or you can have me. And we can save some money and be fly, like, you know what I mean? And then move around. Like, and this other part, most of y'all ain't never been nowhere.
Right.
Y'all be having nice clothes and be sitting on a corner eating a chicken box that you can't barely afford. Trying to put 2 or 3 dudes together to get a blunt, bro. Come on, let's not even. Don't have conversations with me. This is not $10. Yeah, they don't even have that, and weed cost more than $10, unfortunately. Man.
Oh, it's not $10.
Yeah, it ain't $10 no more, bro. You ain't even getting that off. You ain't getting it. The 20 is the new Nick. Yeah, facts. And I don't smoke, and I know that's the situation. Yeah, $10 don't work no more.
Shoot, it's $10.
Yeah, bro, you can't even get dinner for $10 nowadays. Shoot, what you talking about? Shoot, Chipotle, they be tapping my pockets when I come out there. But anyway, we talking about. So that's why I say y'all should appreciate that free meal. Them 3 hots, just understand there was a cost attached to it. Y'all might see my side, Lordy Jesus. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm trying to put together a retreat for my team now in Atlanta. Jesus Christ, that shit is expensive. The rooms is crazy high. Then I gotta feed these Negroes. I'm telling you, we got 2 packs of hot dogs. I got a couple cases of noodles. You know what I'm saying?
Noodles.
Okay.
Oodles and noodles,
The
baby.
ramens?
Oodles and noodles. Oh, shut your mouth.
Okay, get a frozen bag of shrimp.
There we go.
Okay.
And then put it in oodles and
A
noodles.
little bit of water, not
there
a
you
lot.
go. Right, got you.
Get you the egg.
Boil the egg.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to put your seasoning. Remember, you got your garlic powder, your onion powder. Okay.
Remember, Cass, when you get there to the team.
Hold up, man. I don't see a ring on your finger. Are you single? I'm looking for a wife right now. You starting to talk my language. What you talking about? What you doing this weekend? How do you finish promoting? Like, look. What you talking about? You ever eaten that fogo de chow? Like, shit, what you talking about? We need to hang out.
They won't know the difference.
My nigga, shit, I won't know the difference.
I am done.
You ain't even got to do all that for me. Shoot, that's extra. See how she's still trying to take y'all experience up. I wouldn't even cook it. I would have gave you the packs. Here you go. Bread. I gave you the elements. Put it together, Jesus. Come on now.
Here's a
Y'all
pack of hot
adults.
dogs for you.
Right. Next thing you know, you want me to make up your bed for you and pay. You want me to tuck you in? So, all right, let me stop playing. All right, so where can they experience this audio experience? Let's get to that. All right, who wants to do it? Who wants to do the promo?
It's streaming on all wherever you listen to your podcast, Apple, Google, Prime. Like, it is on all streaming networks. And also, you can go to the website, The Pride of Kyro. And once you go to the website, you can meet the cast. You could go to past episodes. You can listen to the episode right there on the website. It also has links to, once you go to the website, all the streamings where you could go is also on the website at The Pride of Kyro.
Okay. Now, if we wanted to support y'all, what can we buy or pay for? Do y'all have like exclusive extras? So do we have like offshoot stories for $2 if I wanted to see his story versus her story? How can we financially support?
Absolutely, we got the Patreon set up on
That's
the
what I'm
website
talking
as well.
about. Get that, talk about that Patreon, bro. Talk about that Patreon. That's what I'm
This took
talking
the mic real quick.
Hey,
Let
so-
me go on to
He wants
answer one.
Come on and give it to me.
Well, first of all, for the merch that you're seeing right here, housewashington.com, housewashington.com. And if you use the promo code Kyro, you'll get 20% off all of your purchases. All right, housewashington.com, promo code Kyro, 20% off. And yes, our Patreon is up, so you'll definitely have like some back end episodes, some back end interviews or whatever like that, just to give some exclusivity, you know. And as it grows more and everything, you know, we'll pump it out some more back then on the Patreon.
Man, and where did y'all do your red carpet event?
So we did it in Atlanta.
Okay.
At the Atlanta Theater.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to my man Judah. Showed us nothing but love and hospitality. And it was really nice. Shout out to Tamika Sims. She came and hosted. She came all the way from Vegas and showed us a lot of love. And what we wanted to do is we just wanted to premiere the first episode. But then it was a surprise that we released episode 2. That was like, you know what I'm saying, like a 2-for-1 special.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And it was really cool. And we had some Q&A afterwards. And so a lot of that stuff, you know, will be out as well.
Gotcha. Ma'am, will you be releasing the physical book of the story?
So me and Premise are going back and forth about that now. He does want to get into releasing some books, and I'm like, I have something else for you, because if we release the book, we're kind of letting the audience know what's gonna happen. So we're going back and forth, but he'll probably win the fight.
Okay.
And the book will be released.
Gotcha. Now you said you had something else in the pipeline. Well, come on, give me some scoops.
Man,
give me some exclusives.
Yeah, we all want to know.
So the next project is The Rhythm of a Fearless Heart. It is an urban love story. You have the basic chemistry where you have a street dude that meets, you know, a gentle woman. I think what sets this apart is that it really focuses on him and her growing the love, growing their loyalty. It's not like you have some books and it's like 3 days later he's willing to die for her. He has to take a bullet, and no, it's a coming of age story where you really get to fall in love with both of the characters. And then you have Mirror Mirror, which is about 3 females. One has a promiscuous husband, the other one has a promiscuous daughter, and the other one has a son who's in the streets. And these are very prestigious, again, females who are wondering what went wrong. And so the purpose of the book is, well, if you want to know what's wrong, did you take a look in the mirror? Because you should start there. And so those are my next projects that's going to be coming out.
See, it's like the title, you say my brain goes one way, and then when you tell me the description, I was like, this is not the book I had in mind. Like, The Rhythm of Love. I was like, oh, it's a drummer that falls in love with like a dancer or something. And then he was like, nah, he's a street nigga. I was like, oh, that's not what I was thinking. And he was like, Mirror Mirror, and he said 3 girls. I'm like, hot lesbian love. That's what we gotta do. And then he was like, nah, that is like, it's more drug dealers. Like, oh, I was like, yeah, man, like, golly, boy. Shoot, man. Like I said, the lesbians and the drummers cannot catch a break in these books, boy. I tell you that right now. All right. So, all right, what else do we need to promote? Do you guys have individual? Do you like have a one-man show or one-woman show coming up that we can promote? What do y'all got going on?
I mean, I don't have a one-woman show. Well, before we promote anything, I just want to say, like, we are 3. I'm talking about the actors. We are 3 of about 10, right? It's about 10 of us. So I just wanted to just shout out the rest of the cast who are in Atlanta and have been doing the Atlanta promos. So shout out to the rest of the cast. We love you. We miss you. Can't wait to see you guys again. I don't have any one-man show coming out, but I will say, and I told Ej and I this, like, that we have been friends for ever. And she has really inspired me to do some things that I have been sitting on. And so there is a gospel album that I want to
Totally
put
not where my brain was
out.
gonna go, but I like it. Yeah.
I don't even want to know.
Yeah, that's not even.
After I
Yeah,
said
let's
gospel,
not
I
do that.
just don't
Yeah.
want to know where
You don't
that
want to
brain
know.
was
We're not gonna go
going.
there. We're not gonna go there.
All
It's
right.
all good. Yeah, we'll just keep it clean.
Yeah, I do. I've been
Yeah,
wanting
it's
to do
all
this for years. Yeah, because the way you describe those books, after I said gospel, we're just gonna leave it alone.
Yeah. Jesus is not a part of my imagination. But go ahead. Yeah. No, but go ahead.
But no, I've always wanted to do that, and
you had the voice for it.
and the two of them have taught me just do it,
Yeah.
like Nike.
Gospel rap, right?
Just not rap. I'm not
You're
a
not gospel
rapper.
rapper?
I sound like a rapper. Joyful, Lord, we adore thee.
All right, go. We lit. I'll be in backup dancing. I mean, I can be hype, man. Yeah. Jesus. All right. No. All right.
Funny.
Cool. All right. Well, I love that. So, are you in the studio?
No,
Or
I'm
you
going
just-
to be within the next
Okay.
week or
You
two.
writing, or somebody writing for you? You
I
penning it?
really just want to do. I want to do hymns,
Like
Already
old school
written.
hymns?
Already written. Yeah, it sounds like nothing, but it's something. We got to take it back to the old school. I'll be here when I drop it, sitting right on this couch.
That's what's
And
up.
you're gonna be like, my brain didn't go that way when you said it.
Definitely didn't. But yo, if you need somebody to hype man, hype man.
Yes, to rap on the
Holla
hymns.
at me,
I got
holla at
you.
me, yo. I hold your bag, hold the umbrella.
I
and
got
stuff.
you.
You know what I'm saying? Sprinkle holy water and stuff. I
No, I'm
got you.
done.
No problem.
Done.
You gotta stay holy. You gotta stay holy. All right, sir. What about you? You got something special? Come on now. The inspiration is shot.
Well, the next special I plan on
Starting your OnlyFans. No.
Oh,
my man, was that wrong?
Wow.
I started filming. Yeah, my bad, bro. My bad. I shouldn't have jumped ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, the next project you want to put out.
That's
what's
it.
up.
Let me read it.
That's
I
what's
got
up.
them.
I love that.
10 toes down.
I got it. All right. So that way now you can rally all of the new people, and then you can start teaching them. So that way you can take that off their
That's
plate.
true.
We're gonna be like the Wu-Tang, it's a group.
There you
It's a
go.
house.
Yeah, I love it.
Branch off. They don't let us branch off.
That's what I'm saying.
So they come
Super
first
important.
before anything else.
Super important. So how can I get all of the team in Baltimore so that we could do like a release party or something up here? Can we get out?
Yeah.
I would love to put a bunch of microphones on the stage and be like, all right, now act it all out.
Oh, that's
Yeah, we're gonna do an active reading. Like I want y'all to do. All right, I'm gonna close my eyes and y'all read it right here in the room
no, that would actually be cool.
with some chicken and some greens and some.
in your presence.
Yeah.
They're gonna
It's gonna
show
be
up and
entertaining.
show out.
Yeah. I think that would be lit. I think y'all should all wear black and gold. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that'd
I feel
be
like that'll be
cool.
fire.
The premiere was black and gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they should be.
How could you give us chicken and greens, but send your team with ramen noodles and hot dogs?
Because I'm charging for people to see y'all though.
Oh,
So I
okay.
can get my
No,
money.
I just wanted to know how
I can get my money back a lot
that
faster.
was
So yeah, I ain't got
gonna-
no problem with that. I'm gonna make sure you're
All
good.
right.
You know what I mean?
All right. Thank
I'm
you.
gonna give you a couple dollars. And y'all
Thank
gonna
you.
eat. Y'all gonna eat. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna have some other stuff there too. Some mac and cheese,
Oh, okay.
some
All
pig
right.
feet.
All
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, pig
A little bit of pig
feet.
feet. You know,
Pig feet.
I mean, we right here at the big Mason-Dixon line right here,
on,
so we
pig
gotta be a little
feet?
country around here. You don't want no pig feet.
I will tear some pig feet up with some red hot sauce. Oh, okay. All right. All right, we'll move on.
I do chicken for sauce.
My nigga. I got some ribs too. You make you feel better? There we go. Some ribs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all pork. It don't matter. So anyway, you know what I mean? All right.
Turning their nose up to pig feet.
So I'm telling you, when they get money, bro, I tell you. They start going to
That's
patchwork
true.
now. They gonna start turning down all
You
type of
right,
shit.
because I didn't know this.
Well, I tell you, man. Golly. She used to see you at all the parties. Now, too fly.
I'm from Patchwork. I don't.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't really do all that. Do you know I'm a lesbian? Excuse me, I'm a thespian. You know what I mean? I act. You're an actress. I'm an act.
Same. Cut his mic.
So with that being said, oh, you know what? Only y'all give shout outs. Give your shout out. Shout out your people, or most important people, least important people. And then we gonna get this thing up out of here. So start with you, sir. Shout outs.
I like to shout out everybody that supported the whole movement and stuff like that. I want to shout out God first.
Mm-hmm.
Our family, that supported me, gave me encouragement to come and do this. And that's it.
Love it, man. Shout outs.
Shout out Lord and Savior first. Thank him for the opportunity. After that, I want to shout out my children, my son Jaylon, my daughter Kayla, all friends and family who supported, taking this ride with my best friend right here, my right hand man, Taisha Shufit, the executioner over there, my brother, DJ Permis. And I would just want to shout out my cast again for taking the words on the pages and just bringing them to life. I really appreciate the cast and the behind the production scenes and everybody who worked to make the Pride of Kyro the project that it is.
Word. No, that's a fact. You blessed. All right, ma'am. Shout outs.
I want to shout out me because without me, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just
talking shit. Stand on business.
Because without me,
can we shout out my cameraman Fame right here?
I'll let you borrow. That's all.
He has the hardest job, which is making me smile and capturing my best. He has the hardest job.
All right.
No, I would like to shout out. Of course, we got to give it up to God.
I knew that was
the
coming.
Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
I knew that white man was coming down the block.
I also want to shout out my family because without my family, I would not have been able to come to Atlanta as many times as I did. I have 2 beautiful children, Samuel and Joy, and without my boyfriend Sean Taylor, hey baby.
Look in the camera. Oh gosh. Okay, stop. Now.
All right, without him, I would not have been able to come to Atlanta. It takes a family. Like when you have a dream or something you want to do, honestly, it takes the support of family. Without one, we will not be able to do the things that we need to do. And so for holding the kids down and doing all that while I was here, I was in Atlanta recording. I want to thank you. My mother, of course, my girl. And I want to thank Hanif and Ejana, that's DJ Promise, and Ejana, because without them, without the vision, honestly,
we'd have no creation.
We wouldn't have it. So,
all right, that's what's up, Mr. Promise.
I have to echo everybody's sentiments. God is first. Thank him for everything. Thank him for making the bridge and creating the ways for us to go. Our dynamic cast. Man, awesome job. You guys are just incredible. My family, our family. I think all of our families are entwined. But because the family, we're on the front end, but they on the back end. Just like Thais said, like they're the ones, all right, you got to go out of town and hold you down, So, my family is incredible. My wife, son, love y'all to death. And, all of the folks that I talked about throughout the interview, appreciate you guys. You guys are incredible, but, I guess for me, I'll end it and just got to give credit, to my mom, our mom, everybody's mom, Natalie Kamal. She's the one that was the staple, the imprint to give us these creative juices. This is a thing that was started over 25 years ago. In Staten Island, New York. She used to have an after-school program called the David Walker Cultural Society, where she used to put on these various plays, and everybody in here, some way, shape, or form, acted in it, and so that got the creative juices going. And she passed that torch down to my sister, and so I give it up to her. I believe she was an angel that was, way before her time. And so we feel proud in the sense of carrying this torch and keeping it going because her legacy will live on. So, and last but not least, my brother, I shout out you, man. I thank you. This interview has been a long awaited one. I've watched you. I watched you evolve. I'm a fan of your network. I'm a fan of your show. I'm a fan of the things that you're innovating. You're giving creators a platform to build their show. And I salute you, brother. And please continue the great work. We appreciate Mastermind. He was our very first interview. And I heard you on the green room and you working the boards and you like, take one, take two, and all of these things. And then for us to sit in this legendary studio that you have, and we get a sneak behind the scenes of how you orchestrated. It's an honor and it's a privilege. And thank you for giving us the platform, because let me tell you something. This is going to go places that we can't stop. But I think the biggest bragging rights that you have and everybody today is like, we was one of the first people to give the product Kyro a shot and give them a platform to talk about it. You know what I mean? And that to us, and I speak for the whole cast, that reigns supreme, and that's king, because you didn't have to. You could have been busy today. You'd be like, I don't really know. But it was just, I love it. I believe in it. Let's get them in. So thank you, brother. We appreciate it.
Definitely.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all, man. I'm telling you, it's creatives have to support each other.
Yeah.
You have to respect the journey and the ones that put the time in. Like, not the guys that did it for one day and then they got one record, but the people that really put the grind in and they focus on quality and creating great stuff. So to me, it's an honor to be able to bring you guys into my space and have a great conversation. And I want y'all to have it's important for me for y'all to have a positive experience, just so that it can reinforce your pride to go out and do it again.
Correct.
I want y'all to continue to go and do stuff. And I love the fact that you were like, yo, I want to get the gospel album going, because you should have did it 5 years ago.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
What's wrong with you waiting all this time?
You ain't lying.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Got all this talent. You know what I'm saying? Got kids and a boy. You should have been did that goddamn thing. So anyway, because Jesus ain't gonna do nothing but be like, I gave you this talent. What else you want him to do?
Ain't lying.
He gave you mad free time. Shit, you know what I'm saying? So make it happen, man, so that we can have something to listen to.
You got it.
And don't forget to do the Christmas record. My background about to drop. So I want a Christmas song. We in the studio right now. This is a real studio. I pay for all this shit. It'll come and go as it wants to. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, she knows how I just roll into it, right?
Right into it.
Get right back into it. Gotta do what you gotta do. That's the business. So once again, I thank y'all. If y'all ever want to do anything in Baltimore, I have to be a part of it. Like I would love to have y'all come up here and just promote. Have y'all come and do an event. I do a networking event once a month. We call it me and Fame and our team. It's called Industry Mondays. So it's all about bringing anybody that's in the entertainment industry, whether you're an artist, whether you're a producer, whether you shoot music videos. So it's like we all just get together, get drunk, smoke weed, and each event we focus on a different thing. Like we just did a 3-pod, 1 mic thing. Meaning we did 3 podcasts on one stage. And we just threw topics out, and the whole crowd got to be involved. And then the one before was like an open mic, so it was like just different artists. Okay. So I want to be able to continue to bring different types of creatives. So if you guys ever decide to come up, you know what I mean, I have a place for you to hang out. If you need a place to stay, that's a pull-out bed. I think I got a pull-out bed in the hallway. I mean, I ain't rich, but you know what I mean? I got grits. I got some leftover chicken. We can make y'all some plates in the morning. Y'all gonna get fat. You ain't gonna starve.
Well, we know that.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It may not be gourmet, but you gonna have some spaghetti. You know what I mean? No, if you come and stay, I got something else. We got a little spaghetti. You know what I mean? We got a little Salzburg steak or something like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? A little something. I mean, I just don't want you to come up here expecting, it ain't gonna be like that.
I understand.
You know what I mean? So with that being said, we family.
That's right.
That's right.
I hope y'all come back. I can't wait to see more. And if y'all have any openings and y'all need another lesbian to come in and play a part, just give me a call. Like I'm just finished. That's what I said, right? It's right. It's lesbian.
No. If we needed a lesbian, we would not call you.
I will be the perfect. I'm the perfect lesbian.
I don't think
I can be just as dramatic as her. I can't sing
that part.
but I can be dramatic
in a lesbian scene.
Yeah, I can do all the lesbian scenes.
I can
make her scream. You know what I mean?
Whoa! Well, Aries Lounge.
Sign is on the wall. So yeah, for real. But anyway, Yeah. All right. So with that being said, we love y'all. Please make sure y'all support. Please make sure y'all download it. Sign up on the Patreon. Make sure you press play on all of the episodes. Make sure you share it to a friend or a family member, and then comment under everything that they got, and tell them how much y'all love them, because we all need to know that we have love in the streets. With that being said, we are out.
Woo!